Afternoon, Naveen.
Good afternoon, Isaac.
Now, we're asking the question. What is the question? Tell us what the question is,
The
Naveen.
question is, how can we express our opinions in the political world as youth?
So yes, there's a question because what brought us up was that I saw on SBS a young girl is legit like not fighting but arguing with the Prime Minister about certain rights for certain things, and I'm just thinking in my head, how can we voice ourselves? She's pretty brave. Like, I've not seen someone that kind of age go up against the Prime Minister on the project or whatever show it was. Because we got a new PM, Scott Morrison, or as everyone calls him, ScoMo. ScoMo. We got a new PM, and I want to know, what do you think? How can we express our opinions on things like, I don't know, for instance, I don't know, the age to drink, the age to vote, that kind of stuff? How can we express our opinions on that in a safe and responsible way as youth, not against the Prime Minister but to the Prime Minister? I think there's always a problem here with people thinking, oh, he doesn't go with my views, I'm gonna be completely against him, or I'm just gonna, I'm going to be against him, I'm going to make life hard for him. But I don't think that's a good idea, because the guy who's in power is the guy who got voted in, and he has to do a big job, Isn't it a big job to be Prime Minister? Yeah. So we should all respect the PM. Like, we might not agree with all his stuff, all his opinions, but he's the PM and we got to respect who he is. But how do you think we can express our views to the Prime Minister? What's the best way, do you reckon?
Maybe email or a letter, or maybe you could get maybe for the little girl who's asking that, like maybe now in Facebook they have like polls and all.
Yeah, we can do polls.
It's really good to get voting for young people. Who aren't in the proper age to
polls are good, because then you can or even a petition, you can get lots of signatures and you can just hand it in, because they will listen to numbers. Numbers are the most important thing for these kind of things. Like, if you get big numbers, they're gonna listen to you. If you don't, they'll be like, no one else supports you, so why would we support you? It's if you have an opinion, talk to people about it, get some numbers on your petition. I know, I hate saying it's all about numbers, but it kind of is. You got to get the big numbers to be able to get something passed, especially in politics. Not an easy job. I'd be the worst Prime Minister ever, don't you? I think I'd be a pretty bad Prime Minister. What about you? Good Prime Minister?
Nah.
Wait, I haven't got the patience, or I just wouldn't enjoy it. I would probably suck at it. I'd be like, nah, not good, hate this, I'm going home now. You can all do the rest of the work for me. You're on Youth Jam. For you now, some CNCO and Little Mix, Reggaeton Lenton, 3. Theo and Little Mix with Reggaeton Lenton. It's 12 minutes past 3 with with Naveen and Isaac. Sorry, Naveen. Good afternoon to you, Naveen.
Good afternoon, Isaac.
Now, we're asking the question, how can we express our opinions in this political world as youth? Please text in and tell us what you think on 0457 252 767, and we're continuing the conversation. And I just want to know, what do you think, Naveen? If you had to tell the Prime Minister one thing that he could, that Australia needs, what would you tell him? What does Australia need so bad that we haven't already got? Costco is my one, but what do you think?
More food.
Yeah, just give us free food. That's all I want. That's all I want. No, I think, but that's a good point.
Maybe somewhere where youths can vote, but it might not be taken into consideration, but maybe somewhere where youths can vote, where adults can't.
True, that's a good idea, because in one country, I'm not sure which one it is, they have a youth parliament, where it's actually true, where youth, they get together, they talk about the politics of the nation. And I think it's quite smart, because they're talking about it, and the Prime and the government actually take the youth's opinions when they're making bills. Yeah. So I think that could be something that Australia could get. Even Q&A, that show on ABC, they bring in some school age people sometimes, and they all talk about and debate with politicians the best way to do things and blah blah blah. But maybe we could do that more often. Maybe if we could have Q&A for youth more often, maybe the Prime Minister or ministers in the government will hear what the youth want, and will listen and put it into action. What do you reckon? Q&A for youth more often?
Yeah, Q&A for youth more often, yeah.
Even a youth TV network, Youth Jam TV. Actually, that was going to happen, by the way, but we didn't really do anything. But whatever. Moving on. Moving on. But yeah, what do you think? You can text into 0457 252 767. How can we express our opinions in this political world as you? Jam Radio, done for me. Charlie Poo, 13 minutes past 4 with Naveen and Isaac. We're asking the question, how can we express our opinions in this political world as youth? And Jerry from Clarkson says that we can do polls, like you said. She agrees with you. Mm-hmm. Good on you, Jerry. Anyone else text in? You can text into 0457 252 767 or let us know what you think. Naveen, we could do polls, couldn't we? But like you said before, we could do polls.
Yeah, we can do polls, and it's pretty fair calculating the results.
Yeah.
Just that we need certain amount of people. Like 10 to 20.
Probably more than that, but probably a lot more than that. But we can also do petitions, or I don't know. We could probably become the Prime Minister.
Yeah,
the best way to do it. Yeah. But I would be a bad Prime Minister. I would not. I'm really bad. I'd be like, yeah, everyone can have a day off work today. I'll pay them out of my own paycheck. Oh, who cares about work? Everyone can have a week off. I mean, a year off. I would do that. I'd be too nice. I reckon it'd probably take a very special kind of person to be a Prime Minister.
That's true.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. But, good old ScoMo's doing it. We'll see how he goes. He's already made a deal with Indonesia, so he's doing very well. Hopefully he can keep the good work up, because we need a strong Prime Minister. Yeah. We've gone through I think we've had 6 in the past 11 years. And Prime Ministers are meant to last 3 years in this country. They have that's not possible. They couldn't even last 2 years with that ratio. 6 prime ministers in 11 years. I think it's 10 years. So they lasted I don't know, a year and a half each. But oh man, even this one was just so weird. Sudden. Yeah, it was really sudden. Pete Dutton's I don't like Tombo anymore. Let's kick him out and get someone else in. But you know what's really funny is that he did all the work, and then ScoMo just walks in. Oh, I want to be Prime Minister, and he wins. And Dutton's like, oh, I did all the homework for this. It's like class, group work when you do all the work and then someone else takes credit for it. That's what it's like. It's like it's just. I'm just like, how can that happen? He did all the work, and ScoMo just walks in and gets all the votes. So that's how it works. But he's a good guy, good Christian guy. So we'll see how he goes. And
ScoMo. Yeah,
ScoMo. His real name is Scott Morrison, but we call him ScoMo. You're on YJR. Joy unspeakable now for you. Joy unspeakable. But I'm on DC on Youth Jam
Radio.
Yeah, we are radio station. Well done, Naveen. You're with Naveen and Isaac here until 6 o'clock. Good afternoon. Good to have your company wherever you are, in the car, at home, walking around, whatever you're doing. Good afternoon, Naveen. How are you?
Great, mate.
Good. You're being Aussie now, are you? Just changed nationalities all out of nowhere. We're asking the question, how can we express our opinions in this political world as youth? And we've all said polls, and we've said petitions. But what else can we do? We can do presentations. We can do nice protests, not bad ones, peaceful protests. Like
activists.
Yeah. So safe ones, not violent ones, nice ones. And, Youth Jam is quite happy to support your causes. If you have a cause that you want supported, email Youth Jam enquiries at youthjamradio.com, and we might be able to help you out. We won't support all of them, but we can support something that we feel we support as well. So if you want to do that, you can email us enquiries at youthjamradio.com. Radio is a voice. Radio is a powerful tool to proclaim something. So we're a Christian station, so we're proclaiming Christian God and that kind of stuff. But whatever your beliefs are, if ours match, email us through. Even if they don't match, email through to enquiries at youthjamradio.com. We can see what we can do together. Coming up this next Saturday, what's coming up? The Cat Cafe thing. Who's hosting that?
Holly.
For the perfect morning. I keep saying that. Between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. you can see Holly and the Cats by heading to www.puurth.com. Buy a ticket, go down and see her. Or you can tune in to Youth Jam Radio by heading to youthjamradio.com or download the app. You can do that, and you can hear her at the Cat Cafe. In the afternoon, Nunzio is live from where, do you know?
Cat Cafe.
No, that's the wrong place. He's live from the St. Helena's Twilight Market. By the way, you can buy raffle tickets for that at the Ellenbrook Shopping Centre. If you want to go into their raffle, head to the Ellenbrook Shopping Centre today to buy your tickets. There's some good prizes. A couple of $1,000s of prizes there for that. So if you want to get a raffle ticket, go do that. Anyway, we're off the point now. We've gone way off the question. The question is, how can we express our opinions in this political world as youth? Text into
0457 252 767
and let us know what you think on the question. What can we do in this political world as youth to express our opinions? Young blood for you now. 5 sauce. It's Dashing Jordan Velez. Beautiful song on Youth Jam Radio. Good afternoon. It's 5:06 with Naveen and Isaac. Good afternoon, Naveen.
Good afternoon, Isaac.
Now, did you know, by the way, we're recording all this stuff. Remember, that's just we're recording it. So we're recording all this stuff to put on the podcast page. When the show's finished, you can head to youthjamradio.com and you can relive all the moments. Exciting, yeah? We're asking the question, how can we express our opinions in this political world as youth? We've talked about polls, petitions, rallies. We've opened the studio for you to tell us like what you want us to support. What else can we do to support express our opinions? I'm wondering now, could we write a social media post? Could we write a news article? People do that. They write little articles in the paper about their views and what they want to change. But what can we as a youth do? And I'm sure there's stuff at school you can do. You can make groups and you can talk to each other about what you want to change. But it can't really be. I'm not sure how we can go past the group stage. Once you've actually talked about it, how can you act on that? And it's easier when it's like a good deed. When it's a good deed, doing it, acting it out is quite simple. But when it's something that you want to change in the government or in the law, something that you think isn't fair, how can you get past the first planning stages? It's a bit difficult. So we've got to find a way to express our voice louder to the politicians. What do you think? Text through to 0457 252 767. What do you think we can do, Naveen?
Like we said just now, like polls and all that. Maybe we could get an article in a paper.
Yeah, it's good though, because but it's interesting because we are a democracy, so we have the right to share our views and whatever. But it's really hard to actually express those views. There is a freedom of speech conference coming up in the city very soon. I'm not going to it, but I highly recommend going to it. It's apparently a really good seminar. It's about how we need freedom of speech to survive as a democracy, and I think it's important. We do need freedom of speech, don't we, to be able to? Yeah. So text in 0457 252 767. How can we express our opinions in politics without like getting in trouble or being seen as a waste of space or something? You know, here on Youth Jam Radio. John Legend, Love Me Now, 5:08 on Youth Jam. Good afternoon.